So there are two vision statements that were posted on the website, one for 2000 and one for 2020. And so my question is, are we still using those, or is this a different vision? Does it align with that vision statement? I can't seem to find those to see how this aligns with those. So my first question is are those still in play, or those have gone away?
Mr. City Manager, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're still operating under the Vision 2000 comprehensive community plan until our next document is completed. Is that an accurate assessment?
There's the general plan that we'll be redoing in the next 18 months. If that's the question, I'm unfamiliar with either document that Ms. Roy Lance is talking about. But the general plan will be redone. The general plan is done in 2000, and so we'll need to redo it.
Am I on the right track thinking you're referring to the document that had a whole lot of the community stakeholders that kind of laid out the city and what the future development would be? Okay.
Yes.
So it's kind of different, that plan versus this plan. That's maybe more oriented towards
Planning
and zoning and future development.
It's required by a number of agencies that we conduct that. We were nearly completed before I came here, and that did not work out. So now we're ginning that up in cooperation with the county and hopefully some of the smaller cities to do a little bit larger view. But yes, so that is absolutely right there.
And then the Seekings document that we're working on replaces what we would call the council goals for the next 2 years.
But that document also includes transportation and other stuff. I've read the document, so it also includes that.
Yes.
So when this document was created, was the 20 to 2000, was that something that was looked at and viewed, that the stakeholders had looked at?
Go ahead.
I think she's referring to the comprehensive land use plan, which is what our planning department uses to figure out, where we want residential, where we want commercial, that sort of thing. That's completely different from what we're talking about here tonight, although it is out of date, and it is something that got derailed when our community development director left, and we had problems with the consultants that were helping us put a new plan together. That's supposed to be updated every 5 to 10 years. So that is referenced in this plan, that we want to get a new comprehensive land use plan put together.
So, Mr. City Manager, when staff was going through and putting together some of the action steps that they would want to take to accomplish council's goals, is that land use plan in the back of their minds? Do they, or have we decided that document is so out of date that it's no longer valuable?
No, I mean, it is still the guiding document that we have to use. You will recall recently on the west side of town we ran into a conflict because of it being so outdated. But no, it is still the guiding document until such time as we change it and you want to adopt another one.
Does that help?
Mm-hmm. Okay, absolutely. So then when surveys were sent out to, who decided who those stakeholders were and who those went to?
I'll defer that one to you.
Okay, thank you. I guess every 5 years, I think it is, the city does a comprehensive survey of citizen interest and to see if we're on track with provisional services. So a company was hired to provide or to go out to a cross-section of town, and about, I think 1,000, I looked at maybe Diane, do you know the number? Maybe 1,000 surveys sent out. There's over 400 that were received. And oh, thank you, Paul. Thank you. Here comes Pete Martin. He is the gentleman actually conducting the survey for us. Thank you.
Would it be okay if he gives us kind of a broad view of what?
Fine.
Your Honor, thank you, ma'am. We are talking about a couple of different items going on. As far as input devices, we certainly did use a survey document, which is obviously a written survey which was mailed to 1,200 addresses, randomly selected within the Casper city limits. And that was followed by a stakeholder set of focus groups. We had 17 focus groups. And those were invited to participate. We had, I believe, 600 people participate in those meetings.
And did we advertise in the newspaper to the general public to attend any of these stakeholder or public meetings?
I couldn't swear to actual formal paid advertising. It certainly is very well covered in this.
And Pete, in addition to the 1,200 mail survey forms, it was online, and how many respondents went online?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, we had 731 respondents online in addition to the 400 written surveys that we received from the randomly selected survey.
Thank you.
And so the only other question that I guess I have is if you guys are still unsure about the promenade and the civic center and all of that kind of stuff, and you're not sure what you want to do, why would that become a part of our 2013 strategic plan if you're not sure where you guys are going?
Let me answer that, and then I'll open it up to the rest of council. For me personally, I'm looking at 7 different goals that council has committed to investigating is how I work through this process. So for the next 2 years, staff will start bringing us options on how we want to accomplish our goals and what we think the vision will look like. So I guess I'm keeping a broad view of what the goals are and trying not to get tied into the details because there are definitely details in there that I don't agree with. But the time for us to debate those are when we actually start having our work session on each specific goal on how we're going to accomplish that. So that's how I look at it. Let me turn it over to Councilmember Toledo.
Thank you. Goal 1, item 2 says finalizing support. There is absolutely nothing been finalized. We haven't even had the discussion of what we like and don't like in it, and what will work and won't work here. And so all we've done is been given a presentation by the consultants of their concept of what successful downtowns that they have worked on. These are the elements. I quite frankly think that many of the elements in it won't work in Casper, nor should they, because they're in places where they have no problem taking private property from individuals. And I think it doesn't matter what council you're going to find in front of you, you probably all feel the same way. So we will finalize the downtown strategic plan. What's in it, don't know, but that's one of our goals would be to actually sit down, probably spend 3 hours, multiple times, and try and come up with a strategic plan that we believe will fit. Then we'll come back out and hopefully you will all come down here again and give us all your thoughts, but at least then you'll have what we believe will fit and we can hear from you again. But right now, you have an outsider's vision of what they think, and all we've done has been given the presentation. We don't, as we said, the promenade, we even asked them to take it out because we said it won't work. But they said, this is our study, it's our credibility online. This is what we would like to give to you. Okay, they gave it to us. We accepted the study as presented. We received this study as presented. We're making no comment on it at this point until obviously the new council has an opportunity to sit down and go through it and say, this part will work, this part will work. There's a lot of things in there that are going to cost big dollars for very little bang for the buck. And I think we'll probably get to that point and say it just doesn't fit. And this strategic plan will probably shrink down immensely from what they presented. So I think, again, a strategic plan is just saying we need to investigate this. Have we come up with a plan? Absolutely not.
Anybody else on council want to speak to that? Okay, did you have other questions?
Nope, that's it.
All right, thank you for joining us.